Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over every team that's blown a 3-1 lead in NBA history. Let's get right to it. First up, Celtics vs Sixers 1968 Conference Finals. As previously established, the first 3-1 comeback in NBA playoff history came in 1968. The Celtics had just finished a season when they didn't win the NBA title. They had won the previous 8 years in a row and wanted to win again. The Sixers would win the next 3 games to take the series. The Sixers appear to be outing Russell Celtics from the playoffs for the second year in a row. Next up, the Lakers vs Suns 1970 Western Semifinals. The LA Lakers would make history 2 years after the Celtics. Like in 1968, Wilt Chamberlain was on the wrong side of history. In Game 7, Chamberlain proved why he's one of the best ever. He had 30 points and 27 rebounds in the 129-94 Lakers rout, but the Lakers had rallied from a 3-1 deficit. Next up, Washington Bullets vs San Antonio Spurs 1979 NBA Finals. The Eastern Conference Finals featured the Bullets against the Spurs. Elvin Hayes led the Bullets, while George Gervin topped the Spurs in scoring in 78 through 79. The Bullets needed to support Hayes since Gervin had 42 points for the Spurs. Forward Bob Dandridge would provide it. Next up, Boston Celtics vs Philadelphia 76ers 1981 Conference Finals. 2 years later, the NBA would witness another 3-1 comeback. The Celtics were headed by Larry Bird, who led the Celtics to a Game 7 win, 91-90, after winning Games 5 and Game 6 by 2 points each. Next up, Houston Rockets vs Phoenix Suns 1995. The Suns were the second seed in 95, led by Charles Barkley. In Game 7, Barkley scored 18 on 7 of 16 shooting, and Kevin Johnson, the Suns guard, had a monster game. Mario Elie was the game's hero though. He only had 8 points, but struck the game-winning 3 with 7.1 seconds remaining. The kiss of death shot said goodbye to Elie's Phoenix fans. Next up, Miami Heat vs New York Knicks 1997. This incident cost the Knicks 5 of their finest players. John Starks and Larry Johnson were forced to skip Game 7. Brown was suspended for the Heat's second game, but they won 101-90 to complete the comeback. Next up, Detroit Pistons vs Orlando Magic 2003. The 02-03 Pistons were stunned 3-1 by the ace-seed Orlando Magic. No top-seeded team has ever come back from a 3-1 deficit. The Pistons halted McGrady and the Magic in Game 5. A 67-67 Pistons victory, with McGrady scoring 19 points of 8 on 20 shooting. The Pistons won 98-67. Another blowout win in Game 6, the Pistons won Game 7 by a score of 108-93. The Pistons became the first 1 seed to win a series after falling behind 3-1. Next up, Western Conference First Round, Suns vs Lakers. In 05 and 06, Kobe Bryant had a goal. Last season, Kobe's Lakers were seeded 6th and had never missed the playoffs. Winning the series was the first time in Phil Jackson's career that his team lost a series lead. Jackson was 44-0 prior to the season. Next up, Houston Rockets vs LA Clippers 2015. The specific coach made history in the 2015 Western Conference Semifinals between the Rockets and Clippers. Doc Rivers, the Clippers coach, was in familiar terrain. In 2003, Rivers led the Magic to a 3-1 series loss. Rivers' Clippers blew a 3-1 series lead to the second-seeded Houston Rockets. Rivers became the first NBA coach to have his team blow 2 3-1 series leads. Next up, 2016 Western Conference Finals, Warriors vs Thunder. The Warriors had a record-breaking regular season, but they were off against the Thunder. The Warriors were down 3-1 in the series, and their season appeared to be over. No such luck. The Warriors reverted to form, winning the following 3 games to reach their second consecutive NBA Finals. Next up, Cavs vs Warriors 2016 NBA Finals. The 73-win Warriors defeated the OKC Thunder 3-1 in the Western Conference Finals, and so they came out firing against the Cavaliers. Following a 3-1 start, the Warriors looked set to capture back-to-back crowns. No club had ever come back from a 3-1 deficit in the NBA Finals, and no club facing this situation had LeBron James. Thank you guys so much for watching and tuning into today's video. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video. We'll see you guys next time.